Fuck it, we're having fun today. Rapper boys going fast as fuck. Welcome to A Runner Does Music, where today we're looking at the new EP from one of the most underrated artists in the game, Suicideboys, collabing with Germ for Dirtiest Nastiest Suicide. This is the third and supposedly final installment in a trilogy of albums from the two artists coming together, and I plan on eventually attacking those EPs as well as the overall Suicideboys discography in due time, but for now looking at this from my relatively fresh perspective of the band. Outside of repeatedly listening to specifically Kill Yourself Part 3 after finding the song through some Halloween animation on Facebook a couple years ago, and never letting it out of my sad shithead playlist, I don't know a lot about the group's music. In fact, outside of a brief sit with I Wanna Die New Orleans, this is the first Suicideboys album I've fully experienced. And the very first one with Germ, so fuck it, let's dive right in. The first track that stood out to me was I Dream of Chrome, with Scrim especially delivering the lyrics that got my attention the most. Side note, apparently these guys have like 50 nicknames and I don't know how to distinguish, so for the most part I just refer to them by the names that they're credited as. Please don't stab me. But yeah, Scrim especially delivered the lyrics that got my attention the most. While Germ contributes a good chunk of the vocal competition here between the two forces, the boys' side had me paying the most mind with lines like Oxy's in my yerba mate diet, slide and flex and hope they don't find me. It's this sort of blatant showboat energy that draws me to a lot of rap and its many subgenres, including whatever this group and specifically this album falls into. And the visual images get my interest piling just as much as the gravity of what the words are. It's a lot of mental thought that rap gives me that makes me really value the album or the song. Scrim comes in for more heat later on, and my favorite track from the album, The Serpent and the Rainbow. Mom raised a killer, dad turned me gorilla, I'm a psycho down to the bone, is a set of lines that goes hard as fuck with no need for explanation. Just listen to the whole verse and enjoy it. Which I know kind of goes away from the point of doing a review about a song, but just bear with me. I'll get into Ruby and Germs' contributions shortly, but staying on The Serpent, I want to talk about Bud Dwyer in the production department having what I imagine was a major hand in the overall process of making each and every sound pop and stand out, as is evident especially in this mid-album banger. I'm not the most knowledgeable on samples, nor can I catch them, but I heard something that sounded very similar and very familiar here, and I was impressed to see a sample from Walk Up to Your House by 3 6 Mafia. I had a 3 6 Mafia phase. It was kind of weird. I got them confused with Swedish House Mafia. Learned the difference very quickly. It's all about the little things in this vein of music, and they've got it down to a T, whether it's the production, the producers, or the lyricists. Ironic in the fact that it comes in almost sequential order compared to my talking points on Scrim, Germ has his best moment on My Swisher Sweet but My Sig Sour. It's damn near equal for who takes the track here, but Germ has a more defined flow to me as opposed to his ally here, and I found myself genuinely bobbing my head along both during the casual listen and the full review take that I did for this album. He had some surefire heat on Buckhead as well, a song that I see a lot of people talking about whenever they got the chance off of this EP, but between the two I've got to pick this as the standout. I haven't talked about Ruby to Cherry on this review yet, and it's for a bit of an odd reason, as I found his part in this release to be the least impactful for me. The several vibes and faces he puts on during the course of this have my attention for some quick moments, but I was more captured by Scrim and Germ from song to song. I'm hoping that when I look at other albums and review his headspace, my mind changes, because I want to be able to talk points about everyone in the group, every identity, every alias, every face of it. But this 7-song set here has me talking about these two people specifically. The last thing I want to talk about is something I mentioned briefly with Bud Dwyer a bit ago, and it's the background sounds. Just one more time. Every little sound, pop, and backtrack comes together in consistent unison with some real standout beats several times over. I Dream of Chrome has this buzzing feel to it that never lets up, especially with the album closer Center Core Nevermore having just the right amount of punch and the percussive element to really keep me coming back and back and back. All in all, this is exactly what I wanted and expected from a new album involving the boys and Germ, and it's no disappointing addition either, hearing him for the first time collabing with Suicideboys. I'm prompted to check him out more when I get the chance, possibly alongside my future Suicideboys reviews as a sort of group effort, but time will tell. For now, this is the first look at what I'm sure is going to be a number of albums that may get forgotten as more releases come out between December and November of next year, my general review period, but it's a banger I want to revisit among my usual heavy hitters regardless. For these reasons, Dirtiest Nastiest Suicide by Suicideboys and Germs gets an EP score of 3.5 out of 5, or a 7 out of 10 album score. That's a review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. You a Suicideboys fan? What's a good jump off point if I really like Kill Yourself Part 3? Because I want to start going to singles before I go for full albums. So definitely give me some ideas there. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.